Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Woo! So this week's video is going to be really exciting because it was actually suggested by you guys. I always ask you guys. I feel like you might think that I don't listen to what you guys say in the comments, but I do. I always write them down. I have a notepad with all the ideas and I just kind of like pick and choose here and there. And this one was actually suggested by you guys, which is to draw in different artist styles. And I saw the idea, I wrote it down, and I really liked this idea. So this video is going to be me drawing in the art style of artists that really inspire me. I asked over on Instagram, over my Instagram stories, if you guys want to go ahead and follow me there, I asked you guys which ones you would like to see me draw in. And initially I was going to do suggestions over inspirations. I think I saw some of the ones that you guys suggested and a lot of them were actually artists that I was inspired by. And so I decided to kind of like tweak it a little bit. And because they overlapped anyway, I decided to just switch it and just do artists that I'm inspired by. So hopefully you guys don't get too mad at me. I will be picking some of the artists that I like, that motivate me. I guess there is no better word really than inspire. And I will be telling you what I like about their art style as I draw it. I will be telling you how they motivate me, how they influence me. And please check them out. Please follow their work, look at their work. Thank you guys again. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to give it a like, remember to subscribe, hit that bell button for notifications, and let's just jump into the video. Woo! All right, here we go, starting off with the under sketches. So for today's drawing, we're going to use my character Jet from my comic OFFCELL. And for those of you that didn't know, I do have a comic original characters going on right now. It's actually what I'm trying to push for to do full time. So those of you that support on Patreon, I really do appreciate it. OFFCELL has its own Instagram and Twitter at OFFCELLS with an S at the end. So if you guys want to check out more of this character, more of my other characters in the story, go ahead, go over there. But yes, this is who we are going to use for today's drawing. So you guys suggested this idea and I really enjoyed the concept, and I saw a lot of videos on YouTube while I was trying to figure out how I was going to film this. A lot of them picked around 10 to 15 artists, some did 5. And I figured I'd just go with the standard 3x3 9 square grid just because it's the easiest one to format. I just put myself in the middle, pick the remaining 8 boxes to be 8 other artists. So that's what we're doing today. And speaking of the amount, 8 was just so hard to narrow it down to. Honestly, there's just so many artists that I follow for many different reasons, and they all motivate and inspire me for their own unique art styles and choices and vision. And it was so hard to just pick 8, but the 8 that I did pick are the ones that I think right now at the moment inspire me and influence me the most. Maybe I'll do another version of this sometime in the future with the ones that motivate me at that time and moment. But right now, these are the ones. Of course, disclaimer, I don't mean any disrespect at all by attempting to recreate their art styles. Of course, this is all just in the name of art and just homaging their amazing skill. So please do check out their work if you can at some point during this video or after the video. Please go ahead and give them some love. They deserve it, all of it in the world. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with all these under sketches, and then we're gonna get to each of the individual pieces shortly so I can tell you about the artists all individually. So I start off with Ilya Kushinov, which is a Russian freelancer, lives in Japan, and is probably most known for his beautiful depictions of women, and that's actually one of the reasons I really admire him. if you guys have followed my style, you'll probably be able to spot that I have a very big problem with making girls look feminine and just soft and gentle. And honestly, Ilya does such a beautiful job. He has so many different art styles as well that I admire, but I definitely did struggle with this one, trying to get the face shape and the eyes, especially the lips right. I could not figure out how to do Jet's big full lips in his style. It was really interesting to try to attempt the same thing in different styles. The next one, I chose James Jean art. If you have not seen his work on Instagram, oh my god, you are in for a treat. I think my favorite thing about James is just his shapes, his form, and the content is so surreal and like dreamlike. I feel like every time I look at one of James's works, it just feels like I'm transported into some fictional art Narnia world, like into his mind. It's so amazing. I absolutely love it. It's like every new piece is just a new surprise, but it just feels like him anyway. Like you can tell it's him. I thought this one was going to be the hardest one, but maybe I just got lucky with the strokes and the concept. Of course, I can do no justice to his style. Please go ahead and check him out. It's a treat. The next one is Loish, and she, if you guys were in the DeviantArt days, you guys know she is art queen supreme. She's been in the game for so long, dominating the game for so long. Her art style is just phenomenal. She's known for like this flowy, paintery, like very feminine and beautiful women. Of course she draws men as well, but that's kind of what she's known for. I don't paint much. For those of you that do follow my art style, you guys know that a lot of the times I do line art, and she is just so, she's like mastered this soft, like, I keep saying flowy, but it's like there's no if you guys follow Loish's work, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just kind of like the hair is like everywhere. It just feels like there's so much very beautiful movement throughout her entire piece, and like the shapes that she chooses to go with. Loish definitely nails it. It was so fun letting go and just kind of not focusing so much on lines, but like on form, and very vibrant and kind of like radiant colors as she always likes to pick. So that was really fun. My next pick here is a lesser known artist, but she is definitely growing, and I absolutely just love their work. Oh my god, they are my absolute favorite artists right now. I mean, when you see her work, you guys will know why I love it. Their work is just so full of life and energy, and it's so unique. The way that the lines just fall and the shadows and the face style, it's like, I don't think I nailed it. I feel like you guys definitely need to check their work out, because honestly, they are up and coming and they are gonna be big. Like, their work is just so phenomenal. Ah, man, I love it so much. My next one is Tudvaseva Sasha. So this person is my current favorite artists. Tutvaseva is, oh my god, I cannot even begin to explain. This person just has such a good grasp of like shapes. And I think my next favorite thing about them is their deep and rich understanding of character design. Their character designs are so beautiful. Please check them out because their concept work is just phenomenal. Like the things that she comes up with, oh my god, are astounding every time. And it's like they're all so different, so unique, but you can still tell it was done by her. I think I learned so much from trying to recreate her art style, just learning about shapes, trying out different line weights, a different like painting style. I just feel like I cannot do enough justice to any of these styles. So I'm gonna keep saying it. Please check out the original artist. Here we have Max Grech. So Max Grech is the king, in my opinion, of shapes. If you need to improve on volume and just form, shape, gesture, please give Max Grech's work a look. This art style that I'm imitating right now is his more like caricature type style. He has so many different styles. Like he has like a cell shade style, he has like a doodle like portrait style. He has so much to offer, and I'm pretty sure he has a book on shapes, which I'm trying to get my hands on because I can't find it. To imitate this style was just so difficult because I'm not typically someone who paints. As you guys have seen, you guys know that I do a lot of line work, but it's something that I'm trying to do in 2019. So just painting in black and white and then really trying to kind of level up my art. And Max Grech, oh my god, Max Grech does all of that. It was an honor to even just attempt any of these art styles, so please check out his work. It's just so full of life. It's so unique. As soon as I see a drawing, I know it was done by him. This one, in my opinion, was the hardest one to do, and I don't think I got anywhere near at all. And XA Feelgood is, if you have not seen his work, his art style is phenomenal. He is just a master of anatomy, not just because of the muscles and the things that are in it, but more so like the form and the gesture and just making it feel realistic without needing to include too many details. One of my favorite things of his are his facial expressions. His art style is one that my art style has been compared to many times. Obviously, I think his is leagues above mine, but I think XA is the one that I could not get it to look like his art style. So please check him out. It's just phenomenal, and he grows every single day. My next one here is Kim Jung-i. He is another one that does not need an introduction. Kim Jung-i does these beautiful brush pen renders, just large murals, entire drawings without any sort of like undersketch, just straight from his imagination, and it's unbelievable what he has achieved. The amount of love and care and everything that he puts into his work, it's just, I can't not be inspired and motivated. Every piece that you see is just breathtaking. Like I can spend 20 minutes looking at each of his posts, like, and just seeing all the little details and all the little brush strokes that he puts. Initially, I attempted to do this just like Kim Jong-il by like having the undersketch and then just kind of not erasing and doing the ink. And I was like, okay, who am I kidding? Like, I don't have that much experience. Maybe if I practiced, but it made me appreciate his work so much. Obviously, I'm nowhere near the skill, but it was interesting to try and imitate his style and what might be going through his head when he's kind of illustrating these types of things. The next one, which I left for last, and honestly, this was a mistake of mine. Usually when you do these, you want to do your art style first because you have a reference that people can look at and be like, okay, this is what we're aiming for, right? And then you do everything around it. But I was so excited to try everyone's art style that by the time I got halfway through, I didn't even realize that I hadn't done mine. And I was like, uh-oh. When I finally got to mine, something really, really interesting happened. So I had to basically do 8 different art styles before I got to mine. So by the time I actually started sketching mine, I had like a mini art style identity crisis. And not because I didn't necessarily remember how to draw my own character, but because I had gained so much information from doing this same character in 8 other styles that it was almost like I was changing and evolving my own style as I was drawing it. I was struggling quite a bit with like the facial anatomy, as you saw at the beginning. I couldn't get the face right. I couldn't get the nose right. Like everything just seemed kind of out of place, and not in this weird like negative way, but more so in like I attempted so many different things that now my brain was like doing some mental gymnastics and actually trying to work outside of my comfort zone and trying to change a little bit. Obviously it still looks very in my comfort zone, but I did learn so much, and I kind of wonder if maybe I had to do this challenge again. I think it would be interesting to do my style first, do the other 8, and then do my style again after having done the 8, because I'm very curious what this picture would have looked like if I had done it before the 8. But I'd definitely be open to doing this challenge again in the near future with a different set of artists, maybe shows, genres, I'm not sure, but this challenge was extremely fun and I learned a lot. Please, again, check out these other artists. They are just so amazing, and I could not at all do justice to their super unique and vibrant styles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and if you didn't like it anyway, because I like you, and do it. This week's comment goes to Kazuya Shinogoto. Thank you so much. I know I already replied to your comment, but I really do want to emphasize this comment because it really did mean a lot to me. So Kazuya, thank you so much for taking the time to write this. They said, I really love the way you draw your characters. It really gives a big emphasis on their body structure, muscles, and curves while giving off a hint of a semi-realistic version of the original animated appearance. Even the eyes and facial structure give a strong expression to your art. Your blending and shading skill are both amazing as well. It really works to complement your drawings. Thank you so much. Seriously, I'm gonna tear up. Stop it. Thank you guys for subscribing, for liking, for enjoying, for commenting, for loving. See you guys next week.